45 minutes left in the trading session, left in the week at that. Let's have a look at how things stand at this point. Yeah, we're pretty negative. Right across the board here, 0.7 for the S&P, the Dow, about the same. Even the NASDAQ, 0.6 to the downside at this point. Here in Toronto, 0.9 to the downside for the TSX. It's been a relatively quiet session so far for cryptos and also crypto-related stocks, guys. But that means we have a whole bunch of other names to get to today.
That we do, Brennan, and we're going to start things off. Of course, we're always going to be trading what moves. John and I got to be flat by the end of the day, end of the week, whatever you want to call it here, guys. But watching this RCAT, which we kind of left for dead here. Well, I don't know if we kind of left for dead, but spiked in the morning. Another spike here after lackadaisical lunchtime, breaking back up to $6. I'm kind of looking at this cluster up here and just looking for a bit of a breakdown. Looks like it's trying to take out this 6 even area. I'm in GameStop, not from the morning. This is actually a new position that we just put on, so pretty good one. And watching MOXC again, because as some of you guys have pointed out in the chat, that big seller, or well, maybe it's not the same big seller, but a big seller on an even number was at 28 before and apparently might have moved that order. So I'll be tracking MOXC to see if we can't put that same style short trade. It was kind of free money yesterday. Let's see if we can get that again today.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the fastest 45 minutes on YouTube. Not because we talk that fast, but because the time goes by quite fast there as we pick a piece of lint there off our desk. Okay, we're back long Palantir. What a surprise. I'm trading Palantir once again off the bottoms here. Let's see where we go. Now long here again, long now. We'll see what happens through 2130. I think we can retrace a little bit back to VWAP. If you look at the daily chart, we do have a nice bottom here at 25. So we break through that. I guess 24. We break through that, we can get out. But right now, good trade on. We'll see if that's going to last. We've been trading AMC. We did have Chad Brewer on. Check that out. I've been tweeting it. That's the gentleman who is going to look into investigating hedge funds and Wall Street and things like that. We're not going to name, he didn't want us to name any names, so we'll wait for that. You have to wait for the next shoe to drop there. But we are short AMC, I guess, going against that. We are now short AMC to the downside here. We're just trading off price action. We were long all day AMC until it did fade. Look, these are longs. Long, 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 and out. Good out up there. But since then, man, we faded out. We tried to go long again here at 35.50 on these bottoms. That didn't work. There's the sell. And then in here, there's a bunch of short sells. So we'll see about it taking out the bottom. We've already covered. I mean, we have that 34 staring us in the face as well. So we'll see about that. But right now, the long Palantir is really what I'm looking at. Zila, yeah, Zila. So, okay, we were able to get something out when it came back to VWAP. We did talk about that from the morning show. And then there's the breakthrough of 50, 55. We got 44s. I don't ever wait for the exact bottom. So we'll give up about another 6 cents there, take that out. And then it actually didn't flush as much as I thought. But remember what we said, get out of this if you can, if it breaks through 350. I don't know, we could still hold this. I mean, we were talking, me and Neil were talking. There's actually not that much behind Zila right now. It's kind of just chilled out. Tons of volume here early. We took advantage of that. We left our, that's a weak order, but we left it in there. So we got filled there. But now we're looking at the bottom of Zila. We'll try to find some runners for you as we're always looking for names that are moving. I think there was that GLG was moving as well. We'll have a look at that. But right now, AMC is on top of my mind.
You just reminded me of the GLG. I haven't looked at it since the morning. Maybe I should. I just want to go back to GameStop. Stick around. It's going to be the trade of the day here. You can miss your trade, but this 172 level came back into play on the short side when it broke, and I was able to catch that break. You can kind of see, look, I love these pullback prices. Resistance turns into support, hold VWAP, breakdown, and then breaks that support level. So I went short. We took a quick buck. I'm looking to see if we can get back down to that 167 right around when we got the bottom in the morning. So short in GameStop, but you know, as I'm looking around here, I do want to keep my eye on that MOXC, and I might not wait for, you know, just that, you know, massive order size there. I can kind of see the offer at that's GameStop. I can kind of see the offer sitting there at 28 on MOXC, and so there is. It's not necessarily as big as it was before. That's like, you know, a couple of 80,000 share orders sitting there, ARCA and BATS, maybe a bit more if you got down there, and maybe some of the books aren't really showing with that level of depth. So as it gets closer, very likely to just try to get like 90 to 95 again like we did before. Want to make sure it's real, and just set a stop or manually, you know, hit that level as it goes. I think it's a low risk kind of trade, good risk reward. Although eventually this type of trade, like the last time, if it's a real order, sometimes it gets filled, and when it gets filled, you lose on the short. That's kind of how it works, Brendan.
We had one that was halted up until about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Cadman Holdings, which is KDMN. getting FDA approval, full approval, guys, for rare immune disorder treatment. So KDMN up big time here. Did open after the halt. You can see way up here, 489, came all the way back to 410, but starting to get going here once again for KDMN.
Yeah, I see a lot of talk on the chat about like maybe today has not been a very good day. It hasn't, not for me, really has not been a fantastic day, but we are making money on AMC, so that's a good one. We just got a little bit out there wondering, I said what's up to Dan McIsaac there on the chat, but I don't know, you know, whether or not this is going for a run or not now. I'm not sure if it's going for a run, but we'll wait to 35.50. We do have an out, 35.25 or so out of this position, so we can wait, but we just took another piece there. I'm going to try to hold for lower, but if we get stopped out higher, that's fine. That's why we've literally traded this thing like a machine, just ding, 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 all the way down. We do have that nice little bottom wick, took some more out there, 67, 68, and just took one out there. So this is we're only short at 35.12, so it's not a huge position there for us. I did like, someone mentioned Square. I like it. I like it at this level. Oops, too zoomed in there. Zoom back, zoom back, zoom back, zoom back. I did like it right here on, we have VWAP right here, 237.75. We tried the long on Square today, got out. That's not an out there. That's the bottom. We got out right here. 236.50 on that break, which is a perfect out, really, because we go down to 234.50. So save myself $2, but you can see we miss it. We would have got positive if we would have held all day. Let's just see if the momentum in the NASDAQ can carry the day here. Let's go long if we break through 237.75, but this is going to be a small stop. So if we do get the long, just to let you guys know, we'll get out in this area here, like for 30 or 40 cent hit. I know that's not that much on Square, but if it's not going to be a momentum trade into the close, then I don't want any piece of it. So we'll watch to see Square through 237.75. If that happens, I'll trigger in. You'll see it pop in at the bottom, but that's my idea right now for Square, but it all has to go with the NASDAQ. If the NASDAQ goes, then we'll go on that.
Yeah, I'd love to see the market get going a little bit here. I actually just got into SGOC, SJOC. We call it S. I never remember what we're calling it for short form.
SCOCO.
I don't want to say SCOCO because I'll probably mess it up. But I'm getting into the short trade here. Just got the rest of those shares. Look, it just stalled the second time at $13. Now put in a higher look. It actually broke 1280 here and then back up to that 13. I would have loved that rollover, but I missed it. I think Vivek. Good luck if you caught that one. I was paying attention to GameStop and I was looking at Moxie at the time. But I'm going to play off it the second time through. Got myself an average of 1263. Risk about 50 pennies, I think, plus slippage. And if you can't get back to VWAP, and even if it only goes to 12, not the end of the world, although I'd like to see it break that and at least retest this like 1165 area for about $1 worth it to the downside. So just got into SGOC, SCOCO.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it. Look at that. I got it. Yeah,
I like that because it's SGOCO as far as I know. But I was wondering if the G is silent. I have to like watch a YouTube video on somebody that works there, and then hopefully they'll pronounce the name. But China's not even allowing YouTube.
Don't tell people how we learn to pronounce some of these things, Sean.
Well, I remember when it was Neo, and remember we talked about it here like it's Nio, right? If you're pronouncing, the company is Neo, but if you're pronouncing, it would be Nio there. So back over to Nio now, Neo. We'll see what's happening here on this bottom. Yeah, that is our secret. We try to find out like someone that works at the company and see how they what they call it. So we need to do that for SCOCO. Okay, Neo failing again, down 2%. We did put a video out. Well, we're going to put a video out this weekend about inflation and growth stocks and things like that. This is not a name you want to be in, man. If inflation is going to come rearing its ugly head, so watch out for Neo here. I mean, another example, we did trim some of our DraftKings. I never trim everything, but we did trim some of this in the 50s up here when we were talking about it at this 50-period false breakout back down. So we were able to get some out. But look at DraftKings failing right now. These high growth stocks just have not been in play or loved upon recently, which brings me to Palantir, which brings me to a lot of these other names that are big growth names and not really value plays at this point. So we got to watch out for names like this. I don't know where to pick this up. I always think that DraftKings is a good buy anywhere around this area, 39.40. So we're getting very, very close. Watch out for your DraftKings as here comes AMC again, maybe going to retest some bottoms. What is the bottom today? 34.46. So we're right here. Got a good short on, 50 cents in the money, but we'll wait to see where we go from here, guys.
100%. And to say that it looked better when I got into it, kind of always true, right? Like, the position looks the best when you get into it, because that's why you do it. SGOC finding a bit of a bid at 12.50 there, so it's popping back up. If it breaks 13, I'm just going to get it out. RCAT testing towards the high. So, I mean, I don't know if I set a specific price, but I kind of mentioned if it broke down, I would take the short. It was battling it out at 6. These wicks are all down to 585. You kind of had a top here at 582. So anyone can probably figure out, I think 580 is the place where you think a short's going to be good. If it pops through the top, I don't know. The volume's okay. It was doing much better before. Oh, I'm going to do this. And there goes SGOC through 13. So I didn't want to lose any more than through 13. 63 short. We'll take a 50 penny hit on that one. I should check where I got out. I got 08, so that's actually not that bad, like 45 pennies. Looking pretty strong. I kind of thought maybe our cat would be that. It's not breaking down yet. It's testing the high of the day. Good volume. I still hang on to that GameStop position. Maybe I am looking a gift horse in the mouth. It's entirely possible as it consolidates lower. It's Friday. The market's kind of on the lows. AMC is sitting down on its lows. GameStop is shy of that, so I'm kind of thinking it's trying to hold positive on the session. I'll try to get out just before it would have turned red. That'd be at like 166.82. I'm sitting in front of like 167.5, looking to get out the rest of that. But of course, SGOC, SCOCO, or whatever we call it, back below 13. So if I got top wick there, I will not be too happy. But can't always have, well, you can never have diamond hands as a trader. I think you should always have an out. There's no such thing as, well, investments I guess you can hold forever. But
well, you can have diamond hands if your out is higher.
Well, yeah, okay, fair. But at some point, you have an out.
Obviously, yeah.
Yeah, there's an out somewhere.
So I think, I mean, look, we talked about diamond hands. I mean, I think that's just, it could be a new term for bag holding, and that's not how we're using it, right? We're using it to say that you have to have an out, but, you know, to let something run higher or lower, you know, I think that's a little bit better because I'm trying to do that right now with a lot of my trades, trying to hold out for a little bit longer, but not for Palantir. So good segue there as it's now coming back upside. And I just look at the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ right now, guys, trying to fail a bit on this. Oh, see, I just did that and now it's screwed up. Sorry, guys. No. I love how we're playing this game. That's funny. Go back to the other screen there. Maybe I'll just show the NASDAQ. There it goes. Thanks, Maggie. The bottom right here was 1468. So I'm just getting nervous because if the NASDAQ does break this, then I do not want to be donut. Maybe we should look at that. Don't Krispy Kremes. We got it. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys. Tim Hortons. So we'll say, oh, Canada, that one, QSR. Maybe we'll look at quality service brands. I'm not done talking. I just get sidetracked. There we go. So watch out for Palantir. If the NASDAQ is going to go lower, then I'm almost certain that this will fail. So any little bump up here in Palantir, we got to take advantage. Even though it's only 6 cents, we are going to hold on a little bit, but I do need to see this move up a little bit. We're out of about 30% of this trade right now. 1, 2, 3. So more offers upside. I'd love to get to VWAP, but that's not going to be possible unless the NASDAQ can go to at least 14,700 here, guys.
I feel like somebody in the chat might have said something about going long at that 6 area on our cat. Good call. If you put that with a 580 stop, it would have made some sense. Now you're testing the high of the day here. It just takes the word like 2 seconds ago. Okay, if AMC flushes and GameStop doesn't break this 169, I don't even know what to say. There's no way that should happen. So if that's going to the downside, I think both these should be good.
Yeah, we'll hit the siren because here it goes to the downside. And we're just punching in the mouth a little bit here, AMC. Oh, that was outside. Oh, that hurt. Okay, right to the downside now, 34, 35s. I mean, this is a big win for me, man. I mean, this is 80 cents now in the money, so we're really happy with it. Obviously, we've taken some out, but we still have it on, like we're talking about with our diamond hands maybe to the downside right now. And this is nothing about AMC and like, you know, holding the short, holding the long one way or another. The last couple of days, the trade of the day has been mine with AMC in 2 days. I think it was back-to-back longs, or maybe it was one long, one short. But anyways, you're going to see right here, we're approaching this 34 level. Very, very important to see if we can hold this. We held it before, and then right in the aftermarket, we kind of hit down right in the last 20 minutes of the day. We broke it, and then we saw 33.50, and then in the aftermarket, we saw 32.50. Then we opened up that next day and then just rocketed back up. But then you get these fails, right? We couldn't hold that high of 40. So when we saw that today, man, it was just kind of a short. We looked at 38. I mean, look, even right here on the sticky note, we have AMC right there, 38 long. I didn't have anything. I talked about 36 support, which is where we dumped it. And this is maybe what we're talking about with diamond hands. Like, I got to get out of that right there. I got to get out of it. We bought back, and there you go to the upside. So I figured like that was a good hold. But again, when you dump out that 36, that should have been a short right here once it broke in the afternoon. Then you'd really be laughing. But so far, so good here as crypto's trying to move around near 1900 as well. Palantir still 4 or 5 cents in the money. Let's find a mover here for you.
I want to go to this KDMN that Brendan brought up here. Of course, it was halted for, it looks like an hour or so. Brendan already talked about it. Got a second win after a bit flushing down here to $4, but I went to the daily chart and just quickly saw 430. You're sitting at previous resistance. It's just trying to break above that now, so I just kind of saw on the breakout and trying to pull right back in. I like it for a dip here. The volume actually picked up going into this, so I'm going to see if I can't park on the bid here, pick up something. Why did I just try 34s? Why am I getting passive? Let's just pick up some 36s here and then just work it all the way down. I think if it breaks VWAP, fair enough, but I like this 430 area, 43. If it goes to $43, that'd be great. But I like this 430 area. Saw it was previous resistance on the daily chart. You got the momentum going with it. I think you have a cluster down here for more support in front of that 420 or just beneath that 420. So I'm going to go with that. Why not? And yeah, Dan, you might be right. It's like I kind of said to myself as AMC went down, because I have an AMC chart I'm looking at the side here, and I got my GameStop charts, a few of them here. Yeah, you're getting this cluster, AMC breaking the lows and holding a higher low on GameStop. Now I'm in the money. We have a half an hour to go till the close. If it's not going to break back up above like a 170.35 or something along this range around here, I kind of want to let it hold on to it. It just keeps on testing this floor. I mean, I'm going to give up in that case. It's like a $1 range in here. I'm going to probably give up that $1 to see if it can't go any further down. And as long as AMC sits on the low, it feels like a good move. Is there a chance that this goes and breaks up before like an AMC turns? Obviously, but that's not the way I'm going to decide to trade it here, guys. So just my thought process. You could be right. That's a strong higher low it's putting in, and it's resisting the move to the downside. AMC literally at the low of the day. GameStop, come on, get going.
Okay, so I just want to update people here as, where is it? Nope, that's the wrong chart. Oh, I don't have Ethereum. Oh, yes, I do. Here it is. So right now, Ethereum getting very, very close, guys, to everyone's favorite breaking point, which is not mine. But it's getting very, very close here to 1900. It just stopped at 1906. Watch out for that break if you guys are looking at anything here, Ethereum related, whether or not it be well, whatever, it doesn't matter. Crypto, Ethereum itself, we have SI, we have SOS, some of these other names, Galaxy over in Toronto as well, another name to look out for here as crypto looking to make moves to the downside right now, so just be careful. 1900 coming through. Bitcoin is kind of okay, 32,000 right now. I worry about some of the action there on Ethereum. We've talked about that over and over again, so that's where my number one spot is right now as I worry about that. Here goes AMC 3450 again. We got a nice fill there, 34.40. We talked about that. Let's see if that can hold up, and good luck there, as I know you're with GameStop as well.
Absolutely. I mean, like, I need to get going here, but that KDMN, I thought it was clear. Someone asked long or short, and I was like, no, I'm actually long. I know it kind of sets up for that rollover, but I pulled over that daily chart to show you guys it was previous resistance at that 430. That's why I went long on this little bit of a dip. Volume pretty good. Will I scalp out like some of it in this range towards 450? Yeah, it's a closing show, so certainly we'll get a little bit more aggressive than we would normally. I want to be able to sit here on like 40, in that 42, 43 range, get a little bit out, sit some in front of 450, get a little bit out. If it can take out the high of the day, fantastic. Brennan?
One we looked at yesterday and also this morning, if you joined us on the morning show this morning, CTK. Little one, guys, that popped up yesterday, as I mentioned, through $2, just came right back down and is testing once again. Decent volume here for CTK once again.
Okay, CTK there. We'll have a look there. Just quickly, Palantir not doing too much. CTK, okay, CTK. Let's look, 199, yeah, 2 million shares, just passing that mark right now. So we'll see. Ooh, okay, right at VWAP there. This is the right stock, right? CTK, yeah, .NY. Okay, $1.90, $1.92. I don't know much about this, so we'll pass on CTK. Uber, wow, down to $46. Not good. Yeah. And like I said, some of these growth names just continue to get hit here. We'll check out Uber and Didi, but Uber getting near a level where I like it, man, like 42, 44, somewhere around there. This is good, man. I mean, maybe I'm not in Uber, but
I got a graphic for this. It doesn't really look like me. I feel we got to...
That not really look like you? I don't think that looks like you at all, but we'll move forward with that. And yeah, Uber right now puking. Let's check out its friend, its Chinese compadre here. Didi also not doing much. Did I trade Didi today? No, I did not. We had Didi on watch day. That's sort of the daily chart here. But as you can see, not much. Every single time one of these Chinese names goes up, I think it's time to fade that to go. But what's up?
My chart's embarrassing for Didi. That's bad.
I'm just going to say, guys, on that Uber MKM analyst out today, reiterating Uber as a top second half pick. Right. Not so good today, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. How about the stock goes up? That'd be nice. Whatever. I mean, I'm actually, I like it for the long term. Actually, I'm looking for a place to get back into it. I just kind of feel like I'm one of those people that kind of thinks that I'm on the other side of what the Fed's saying with inflation, so I'm conservative. So adding more into something like an Uber at that time, I feel like it's going to be a better price. I said under my breath there that my chart was a little bit embarrassing for DD. This is why. Like, actually, like the short in DD, when we went over the trades in the morning, I kind of said, just going into, look, this is the close. In the aftermarket, indeed, it had this top at 1230. I said, give it to like 1230 to 1250 as an entry area. It spiked just barely into that range, so I just got a little bit into it, and then fell, got some out in front, just as it broke that previous low, and then it got to VWAP. This peak down here, we take the rest out. I'm like, yeah, retrace and play into VWAP. Meanwhile, as usual, DD just weak for the rest of the session, and I got nothing and no part of it. We'll do a little bit of a, I don't know.
Do a little dance.
We'll do, I don't know, I'll do a gift horse, because the only reason you scalp out is so that you don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't know, whatever. That's the best I got. So I got some of this KDMN out just here. I'll zoom in a bit. Pullback, I said I'd get some out in the low 40s. I still have an offer sitting at 47 there in front of that 450 area, just to be able to take a little bit more profit out. I want this to be able to hold the line here at 420 VWAP, buy the dip a little bit, see if I can't play in this range. If it wants to have a 30-cent range and I can scalp that range, that'd be fantastic. Running out of time though, only about 25 minutes to go. This is one, I mean, it's a Friday, so any of these big runners, I don't love holding the long right into that last 10 minutes, because I think if a big flush comes in, I'd rather not be a part of it. So if this hasn't gone by then, I might just get out of this trade. But as it dips back down, we're right back to that 430 level, see if I can't catch a bit of a bid.
So Neil and I approximately have I'd say about an hour till crunk time, because we're going to be partying.
We're going to be up early in the morning, man.
It's funny. Yeah, I'm up early too.
Okay.
It should be a fun time. We're getting together with some of our friends from high school and grade school here tonight. And it just reminds me, we've already talked about this, Neil, right? We're taking Ubers. So there you go. So maybe it is.
I only use Uber. You know what's funny? This is actually true. I used to, whatever gives the best deal.
Yeah,
that was how I used to roll. The second I had shares in Uber, I'm like, I only take an Uber. I'll pay more. I don't care. It's only Uber Eats. I was using DoorDash before.
Yeah.
It's a kind of absolute stupid crap that you start doing, which doesn't make any sense when you think about it. It actually is pretty dumb. It's actually very dumb.
It's pretty dumb. What I used to do, and I've talked about this on the show, is wherever my wife is spending the most money, that's where I invest in. So thank you to Starbucks for that one. Now it's been a great trade, and thank you to Target when you were here in Canada. Made a lot of money off that trade as well. So that's how I'm sort of there, and where I put my money. It's just like Rogers, RCI.B. Check this out, RCI.B in Toronto. Actually, it's also in New York, so we'll just look at it in Toronto here. This is where I send all of my money every month for cell phones and things like that. And then look, nice dividend, all-time highs for Rogers today. Just again, it's like an AT&T or somebody over there, so you could just check that out. And then my internet's with Bell, so I invest in them as well. And I just hate paying the bills, so why not pay me back in dividends? I'll take it every day, 10 times over, back-to-back jacks there with that one. Okay, AMC still making moves to the downside. What's up, Paisan? I did want to say this is a long time ago. I'm not sure if Valeria acknowledges. She probably did. She's all over the chat. But Moscow Mule time for Valeria there, guys. Good job. Thank you for that, Giancarlo. We'll take those €5 and put that there. But it's called Boober. Oh, yeah. No, it's called Duber. I saw that on okay, if you guys haven't seen... oh my God, what am I looking for? Trailer Park Boys, check it out. They were talking about making an Uber, but for doobies, and they named it Duber. So you get a doobie, whatever that is. I have no idea. Who knows what that is? Does anybody know what that is? Anybody? Oh, Batman's in the building. Okay, so he knows what it is. And then you also get a ride. So it's a pretty good one for you there. But it's called Duber. Yeah. All right. So let's check out Zila and stop talking about this crap. AMC Zila. Let's check out what Zila's doing. I know there's a lot of traders on this name here. Zila touching down 325. We'll look at the Toronto imbalances in about 45 minutes. Or about 45 minutes, 45 seconds. I don't have any play on this one. Not enough volume here, guys. We need something that's moving.
Yeah, and okay, so hopefully this has to be it. I mean, if GameStop doesn't roll over here, I mean, it just broke 169 for the third or fourth time here. It looks like this could be it. And if I have a bid. I'm sitting in front of that 167.50, not at 50 because that usually is a bad idea. But if it stalls out here anywhere in the range of 67.5 to like 68, I'll probably just get active and get out of the trade. I can tell you we're holding 430 for now
DJ.
on this KDMN, but it's looking relatively weak. I mean, the volume's not really picking up as much as I would like. Did we just get a super chat? Kabir, Turner, Fenton, Trojans? You better believe it. That was our high school. So, yeah, Turner, Fenton, Trojans, go Trojans.
Who is that? Who is that?
That is Kabir Sidhu. That's right. So,
Who's doing research on us around here?
How do you know we're... Hey, man.
What up, Kabir?
That's all right.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you don't have to do that much research.
Did we say that? Did you say Turner?
I think so. I don't know. Someone knows where we went to school. What's up to former Trojan alumni? I just want to give a quick look here. My boy, Louis, in the lead. We've got him. The wife has Morikawa and Spieth. And then my winner is DJ. So he's chilling out right here. So we've got them all. Then I've got Koepka and I've got Rahm. And she has Casey. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. But this might be in the Katina household a great weekend watching some golf. So we'll see. They're going to win a nice, hopefully a decent-sized golf pool there that we can take down. So fingers crossed that one of those traders, where am I? Is it Friday yet? One of those golfers winds up winning there. Okay, we might just empty it out. Let's check out Toronto here. I was going to look at AMC and get it out. We're looking for M's here in Toronto, so let's do that. Way BlackBerry 1.19. Let's not short credit it here. Bid there on BlackBerry, and you can see a little jump up from 1260 to 1271. Still trying to go to the large side there. So I don't know. Maybe BlackBerry, was that a reweighting or something today? That's a big one. 1 million shares into only a 5 million day. So we'll see if that comes on New York as well. And if you look over, I guess they don't have to change the symbol. It's the same symbol. We'll go over here on New York. That probably provided a bump as well. Even though this is, even though this is the Toronto imbalance, there's little tips and tricks for you guys here. Thank you for watching. As we go through the Toronto, if you see any dual listed names like an MFC or anything like that, you can trade off Toronto imbalances with dual listed names as well.
And never get too distracted, but there goes our cat. I mean, okay, yeah, so the top break was pretty good. I didn't actually have a stop. I thought I had a stop. I didn't actually have a stop to go long through there, so that kind of sucks. But hey, congratulations. I know a few people were talking about our cat for a long. I hope somebody had that 6, which made sense. And it's like, I wish I had done long 6 with a 580 stop. Instead, I used that stop to want to go short. Breaking to the upside. This looks like one of the stronger ones that I've been able to find here in terms of closing on the high, sustaining the move here. And KDMN, I don't think it would break to the high of the day, but breaking above 450 would be a strong look. I mean, I'll be getting out obviously in front of that. No questions asked. You guys understand we have to be flat at the end of the day. Just because we have not mentioned it yet, Virgin Galactic, I mean, it's like sometimes it's a short until it's not. That's just the harsh reality here. I mean, the 15-minute chart, you want to look at the daily chart, does it even matter? And we're now sitting barcoding on 30 even on Virgin Galactic. So yeah, you might want to mark that one off for next week. Like maybe, like if it gaps up and can break through like a 33, that'd be a good look for them. But underneath 30, it's time to go shopping because I think there's going to be a flush that'll be actionable for us. And GameStop, which is now $3 and change of the money here. Look, it turns around anywhere in this range where if I see a big enough bid, I might just get out of this one in a hurry. With only 15 minutes to go, I should not, and I haven't used it enough here, I should not look a gift horse in the mouth. I have said this over and over again. In the afternoon show, GameStop and I have not necessarily had the best relationship in terms of profitable trades. Bit of a bid sitting there at 168. Is that part of the reason I got out? I don't know, maybe, maybe not. But over $3 winner, I'll take it and run. It's going to be the trade of the day in GameStop, but this short, a lot of the same principle because it's actually the same price area that I went off here. So check it out. Stick around for the end. It's not at the actual low of the day like AMC is, but GameStop giving it all back, well, most of it back anyways, this afternoon. I'll take it and run and then hit this key because it's fun to do.
Yeah, there it is. All right. Yeah, there you go, Ms. V. Okay. Yeah, so today we'll put our first negative day, looks like, on the board for July, and our second negative day in the last 60. I saw another YouTuber there, same kind of thing. I think he had his first negative day, or he had one negative day in May. I could say his name, but I don't know if we should. It doesn't really matter. It's been a great bunch of trading, little bit of a run there. Yo, what's up, lights?
What just happened to the... Whoa, chill, Winston.
Chill, Winston. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're back and live now. As I can still somewhat see, are those what's on my screen? Seems like today I'm trading with I can't see anything anyways. But AMC, is that not brighter than it should be right now on me? Or I don't know what's happening there, but there we go. That's maybe better. Thanks, guys. All right. So we'll just continue. That was fun, guys, wasn't it? All right. I don't really have anything to look at. I mean, Plug Power seems to be moving a little bit now. We're at 344. So come on. All right. $26 of the downside. Plug Power, 13 million shares. If I can get the chart to ever load, we'll see what's happening right now. This is a 1 minute chart. That's why it's moving. It's looking to take out the bottom there. Plug Power, what does it look like on a daily chart? Yeah, it's still below VWAP, or sorry, the 50 period moving average. Looking to break through 26. It just did that. This is not a horrible spot for a short, but we've already missed some of this. So that was 2680, 2630 there. Might be a good spot there for Plug Power. But I'm going to see if I can see properly, and then I'll come right back.
That's pretty intense. Yeah, they calmed down for me, so thank you guys for fixing the lights there. It's always a little bit of fun. It's live, man. We're live. Things happen. 420 is held so far on KDMN with 15 minutes to go. I can have a stop while I want, but I have to get flat at the end of the day, so this one could be a hit, much like, that SGOC was. Although, I got to show it to you, right? Because that's me getting out. This is it here. Actually, good price, 1301s. That's okay. It goes up to like 1320. Goes up there a couple of times. Rolls right back over into VWAP. So if I had gotten back into this trade, would I have had a winner? Sure, but that's an upward trend. SGOC putting in a nice move in the afternoon, guys. I wanted to see that trend broken. It has not happened. So that is a little bit strong, and I can tell you I'm happy about this. Yeah, look at that. That's right, GameStop. In your face. Right at 168, I'm like, there's a bid there at 168. I'm like, I'll get out of it. It's not where my target was, but I'll get out. And of course it pops. Now, old Neil would have hung on for 167.50 and then pie in my face when it goes up to like 170, and I only get $1 winner on the rest of that trade. So we'll take the $3 and run. It makes a turn. That's right, GameStop. Every now and then. And I did not see any, I know BlackBerry's a big one there, Sean. I didn't see any index action on it. So not sure why it's an imbalance of 1.2 million. Curious.
Yeah, and a buy at that, so that's pretty strange there for that imbalance. But we'll look at Microsoft. That touches an all-time high today of 283.66, was the previous all-time high, and today now making a new one at 284.12. So Microsoft fading down though the rest of the afternoon, as we've talked about the NASDAQ and what that meant for some of those names that are always high flyers, these mega cap tech stocks. So just watch out here, a little bit of a pullback as, I think big cap tech is going to be protected a little bit from inflation, but again, as the market makes all-time highs, you're seeing names like Apple and Microsoft come off a little bit here. Apple now down to 146, so watch out for that. That's been flying around. I still think you can wait a little bit to see what happens with earnings, but right now, some of these names are pulling back just a little bit, so just watch out, be careful. NEO continuing on its downside moves as well, looking to break bottoms right here. The imbalances are coming out in a minute, 2.5 minutes at 350, so we'll see what happens now with some of these names.
Check out if Moderna has one. Because Moderna it already just spiked, in front of the imbalances, right towards the high of the day. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, it's not till the next week that there'll be any actual the index changes coming through, but they're being added with Alexion coming out of the index. Moderna 10% up and trending towards the high of the day. Brendan?
I was just going to mention Pfizer here, guys. Not a huge move, but that little headline just came out anyways. Pfizer agreeing to pay $345 million to resolve yet another EpiPen lawsuit. So that just happened, coming in a little bit here. Still positive on the day, though, for Pfizer.
Pfizer, positive on the day. Okay, that's a good little look there.
Right.
There's a lot of things. Look, we could check out like Bristol Myers, things like that. Let's check out our friendly favorite short here, XOM. We'll see where we go there. Yeah. That's the thing, VIX. Yeah, we got to watch out for the VIX here. Again, that's the fear indicator, so thank you so much for VWAP Trader on the chat there. We'll have a look at VIX in a second, but XOM down that 3% today. Oil down only 0.1, I guess. Maybe we can confirm that. I don't know. I see only down 0.1, which is strange because we do have puts on XOM. We were screaming about that upside. We missed it, then we put them on, so now we'll wait to see. Wow. Good movement. I got to check these out actually, where we are at with these puts, but they're a little bit later, so we'll see how far they move from here. They're for the fall, so October closing. We'll see where we go on this one. Down to $50 is where I'd hope it goes. We'll wait to see where that goes. AMC bouncing off a little bit. Alexion, yeah, Neil just talked about that as well. Tesla on the move down to 640 right now today. That's a day range. Let's see what's doing on the daily here for the 1 minute chart. kind of bouncing. We do have, that's that bottom there that it's made. So a lot of stocks right now, as you can see the NASDAQ moving down, a lot of stocks now at their bottom of the day. So just be very, very careful here with the balances in 30 seconds. So that's what's going to happen very, very soon.
Yeah, I'm kind of eyeballing. I mean, I'm not saying there's going to be an imbalance on Moderna, but I mean, anything that makes a spike like that, it's getting the addition to the index with Alexia on there. So my eyeballs will be here just in case there is one. Of course, I'll maybe watch a little bit of BlackBerry. I mean, it did spike initially, but it hasn't done anything in the last couple of minutes. It just kind of went up like 10, 15 cents in Toronto, where the imbalance is. We'll see what happens when it comes out in New York, because it might actually be a nothing burger in New York. If it's a big one there, might be something to it over in BlackBerry, but I doubt it. It's likely to be small and nothing in New York, and it might come right back either in Toronto. But I mean, Moderna is incredibly strong. It's hanging out right at those highs as the imbalance just came out.
Yeah, I mean, Moderna's not even on here,
there.
so I mean, it might be on here, but probably small. I don't see it. FGen XPEV with a little bit of a bid here. We'll see what that's doing on the daily chart. Sorry, on the minute chart. Is that, yeah, it bumps it up to 80s there. So look at this, 80s, right? And look where we just were, 60s. So a nice little tick up there for XPEV if that's trying to go. Pfizer's on there as a sell. There's Apple. We just went over Apple as a buy, not doing anything to it. CSXL brands. I love Visa. Any dip down, I think it's a good opportunity to buy Visa and American Express right now into this spot. There's Uber with a little bit of a bid, not doing anything to the stock either. So it looks like maybe just XPEV is something that's for some reason rallied the market here. So that's XPEV as a ticker.
And it's 350, so like at that time of day, I'm almost always gonna just take some of this off. And I got back in some shares at like 30. My average price ended up like 34, now 32s. So I did cover here for a slight hit. Look, if KDMN is not gonna move with running out of time, it's gonna baseline. It's great that it's holding up at VWAP. Maybe it has a chance to run. I'll hang on to a little bit on the off chance that it does. But we have to be flat at the end of the day. So like the way that we would treat these trades is probably different from like everybody else, where like maybe you hold on to the aftermarket, or maybe you actually want to swing something like this. Well, that's nothing we can be doing here, so I will be flat in this, and then looking to maybe give it a shot in the last 5 minutes of the day, but I'll be flat overall. And GameStop holds that 170 line, so it looks like it's still looking relatively weak, but RCAT probably should have had that break. It was a good one. I don't know. I don't really have much of an excuse, because the top break could come into play here if it holds at 580. I thought I had a stop. I did not. It is the strongest thing around. This is Moderna. High of the day for RCAT. Good run. I mean, the key to this, guys, is look at, you guys can see the volume spike that came in, right? Just actually bigger than the spikes in the morning, right? Big spike. Hold that range, previous resistance turns into support, and then you break out the top. I mean, that's kind of a really good setup. Gosh, should have probably had that one. That kind of sucks.
Okay, we're just gonna, I was just looking at RCAT as well. AMC, we're gonna get out on a breakthrough 35. That's it. Good trading at the end of the day for AMC for me. Made a decent amount of money back there to save the day a little bit there. But there goes RCAT. I mean, look at the volume. Just keeps going up and away. The problem with us taking it right now is that we have to exit in just a couple minutes. So whether or not that dries up at the end of the day, I've noticed that a lot of these stocks will basically just close and then just start motoring in the aftermarket. So if we could hold this a little bit longer, then I think it might be worth it. But for right now, what a great break that was at 640. Unbelievable there. That should have been had for sure, but we missed it, so we don't have it. Look at Wish, man. I mean, we've been talking about Wish for a while to the downside. And again, part of these meme stocks has to also be part of fundamentals, right? And I mean, I don't know anything about Wish because I'm never really on that site, but everything I hear about it really isn't that positive. We did get a lot of volume ripping up. They had a couple new deals happening, but look at that level. This is the thing. When there's meme stocks, and we'll call Wish that, because again, it's just kind of moving on Reddit fuel and some of those other news pieces there. But, when you get back to levels like this, where we've hit that level on relatively no news, and then it fades in. If you get an opportunity to hit that level again, I think that's either an out or a great opportunity to go short. So $15 there on Wish was a great one. We'll see it come down to 8, and then you could reload again. So I think this is a good buy down here at 8. If the fundamentals remain strong, I'd like to see Wish come with earnings just to make sure that people are actually shopping on the site. So we'll find out when Wish has their earnings report, but this to me could be a great buy down here around $9, right? Even right now for Wish. So those of you looking for some sort of a swing play, I don't mind this at all. I would just rather look into, before I start recommending wish. I would just say watch to see when the earnings are. If they're going to be early next week, then maybe this is a play because we could probably get out at this bottom, 750 or so. But you never want to go in if, you know, the day before earnings, because if they come horrible, then you're not going to be able to hit these levels because it's going to open up like at $5 or $6. So watch out. This could be a good call for swing here, especially now, $9. Like we could easily retrace to 11, which is where this 50-period moving average is.
I'm going to answer this question, Kabir Sidhu, the one who called out our high school. I was all about the North Hall. Like our school in high school, it was like 2 buildings. It was a really, really big high school and separated by a parking lot because it used to be 2 high schools. I was in North Hall playing dominoes in North Hall all the time. Only sometimes we would play hearts for money, which was a lot of fun. If you know what hearts, like the game, whatever, it was a lot of fun doing that. But North Hall for me, that all about that. Our cat coming right back, well, not right back in, but it spiked to 750, actually dipping back in. I mean, man, if it wasn't 355, if there was more time here, I probably would be looking at something in this range if it were to break 7 even, and she's going to break down trade. But this late in the session, the risk to reward, I don't really love it. I don't know if it has enough time to have a big flush, so got to stay away from it. But our cat found a bit of a top, spike, parabolic, right into 750, hard reversal. If it were to break 7 here, maybe it would have that little bit of solve. It wouldn't mean that it couldn't still run in the aftermarket, but could sell off going into that close. And Moderna, just because we were talking about it, yeah, I mean, there was no buy and balance. It got bought up into it. There was not one index action. Is not happening today. It was just announced that they will be going into the S&P 500. It's not happening today, and now rolling over there. So I guess maybe some people betting that there would be a buy and balance could have caused that to spike when it didn't come out. Actually, when you think about it, when it didn't come out of buy, that would have been a good short off the high of the day. Maybe that's something I'll do in the future. I've never really made that trade before. I've done the one where it spikes, breaks highs on a buy and balance, and then you're looking for it to get paired off and you're looking for that turn. This would have been a different story. People anticipating a buy and balance, spikes to the upside. You got the high of the day here, and when it doesn't come out a big buy, you then take a short off that reversal. Would have given you like a quick $2 here, so maybe that's something for the future.
Okay, yeah, for sure. Look at this. I did want to talk quickly. Oh, I don't mind QS. Where is QS now? 22.90. Okay, still down. Remember when that report came out? We got the heck out of that stock around $38. We were long at 40. We can discuss that after. But I just want to show you. Remember when this imbalance came out and I was like, FGen's on there, blah blah blah. But anyways, look at this move that just happened on the imbalance. Like if you see the time there, 350 right at the bottom right of the screen on the chart, 350. Look at the volume come in here. Look at this volume spikes. And then look what happened with that buy imbalance, like from 340 all the way up to 1480, 1470 there. So FGen, they're now getting paired off, but watch out for that one. Still moving on the imbalance. So you may want to, just to let you know, this will probably pair off. So if you're in FGen, I don't know. I mean, if you want to hold it for money, that's fine. FGen's been definitely beat up downside right now. And you can definitely look at this stock for a hold over the weekend. Fibrogen, we'll see what's happening there, but it's broken these levels. Look, I mean, this was $57. Now it's 14. So I don't know what the fundamentals are about this, but FGen ripping up there on what I believe to be anyways, this kind of talk right here. XPEV, look at XPEV still moving to the north side on a bid imbalance. QuantumScape is there as well, and not much else. But yeah, so that's good talk right there, especially for the imbalance locator. I'll try to show it to you every single day as we go. The imbalance, so what is the imbalance? Someone's saying there, it's just to watch the market on close orders. So these are orders that have come in to the NASDAQ or the NYSE, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just a make of the market on close orders. So if you have like 10 million shares to buy at the close, it's going to rocket the stock up, right? So that's the kind of stuff that we look for. I'm always looking for M's, not K's.
Yeah, depending on the stock. I mean, there's probably not that many stocks that wouldn't be affected by a 10 million. But like if you see a 1 million, and it's like a penny stock that does 100 million on the day, like it actually might not move things because liquidity is so big. It's crazy that you mentioned it. That FGen actually was pretty well set up for that spike up, go into a resistance level, and just looking for it to get paired off and then take a short off a resistance level. That actually was right there. So FGen, maybe I should have been looking at that instead of Moderna. I was not. So it is what it is. We can drink away our sorrows. I'm not sure what I want to have tonight. I don't know what our friend's going to have, but should be a lot of fun. Everybody, obviously, enjoy your weekend. It's been a fun one. Stick around. We do have the trade of the day. It's going to be on GameStop. We talked a little bit about that one here, so stick around. It was a short position on GameStop. You saw one in the afternoon. This will obviously be the one that we had in the morning. Similar setup, but a little bit different execution when you get that morning trade there, guys. So, as always, it's a good one to have. check it out. I'm going to be watching this FGen going into the close, just curious to see if it pairs right off and then flushes back to 14, because even if you don't make a trade, when you see a setup, it's like, okay, well, I know what it's supposed to be. After like 355 or 358, you're looking for that turn right off here at like a 1490 and then see if it pairs off. If it does, I want to see how far did it go, where could you have gotten out, and where does the final print come? You got to check those kinds of things if you're ever tracking a strategy, regardless of whether you got into it or not. There's a bit of a tidbit for you. Doesn't matter where you get into the trade, you should always track it if it's a setup you like.
So as you can see here, you think you're starting to pair off. Like there's, FGen I think is gone. There it is. So here it comes to the downside. We'll see where it goes. See, it's just changing. All these names starting to pair off as well. We could check out XPEV here into the close. We'll have a quick look at that as it's on the NYSE with only 7 seconds to go. Miss V, let's go. Ring that bell. A lot of compliments on Miss V's shirt today. Looking very, very nice. Make sure you cancel all your orders and get everything ready to go here for the aftermarket. It's been a good show. Brendan, did we get positive anywhere?
Good one. No, the quick answer. But here we go. Let's have a look at how things finished up. Yeah, pretty red right across the board. 0.75, 0.95, 0.8 there for the U.S. markets. Almost a full percent there for the TSX. Brazil, the same. Yeah, pretty red right across the entire board, guys. Unfortunately, it's been a choppy week. I guess the start of earnings, though, to be expected somewhat.
Yeah, I don't know. There was maybe a little bit of expectation. It's been talked about that this could be, earnings had to really blow things out of the water to get the upward move in the market, just given how heated it's been. So it's been when you're up at these highs, like everything seems to be priced to perfection, and there's those concerns over inflation. Not too surprised about it. By the way, I also agree, Miss V, that shirt is fantastic. We said it in the morning show. It's a really cool Russian artist that makes that. I feel like you should have posted it in the chat if you haven't already, because it's like a Banksy type thing.
We're basically flat on the week, it looks like. I think if we take this as the 9th, 10th, 11th, I mean, we're a little bit higher up, but yeah, just don't panic, guys. I mean, you do have a big retracement coming if you are nervous. So I would say lighten up some of your shares if you are nervous. I'm going to rub the mat. So I got this is a bull made out of a US dollar. So one of the day trade, the offices, and a good friend of mine in Budapest sent me this. So we'll rub the head of the lucky bull. And yeah, it stands up and everything. It's really cool. US dollar bull there. Anybody have anything cool like that, send it over and we'll show it on the show for sure. That's pretty cool. So we'll leave it on the desk there as a good luck charm. Thank you to our amazing production team as we go. Lucas, Maggie over there on the ones and twos. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic weekend to the two of you, and to Rob, who's working in the back as well. So look, it's been a good one. Today was a little bit of a rough day. I hope you guys survived it. It wasn't too bad, but we'd like to have a little more opportunity than we did today. It should be a good one. Stay tuned for the trade of the day on GameStop. Check out our videos. We're releasing them all over the place. Should be a good weekend. Neil, Brendan, Valeria, and myself, we are the Trader TV Live team, guys. Have a good one, and we will catch everyone on Monday. Ciao.
Bye, guys.
See you guys.